Hey, everybody. Welcome to She Shift. Before I get going, I want you all to drop it in the feed. Let me know where you are watching us from or where you're watching us from. Drop it in the feed. We'd love to hear that. And I want you all to know it's time to go get your pen, your paper. Look, I'm going to do the assignment at the beginning of the show. So go get your pen, your paper, go get your evening beverage, and get your snack. And don't forget, I'm always asking you guys what's your favorite evening snack. Well, with that being said, I want you all to welcome you all to She Shift, which is actually brought to you by Vision Made Magazine. Vision Made Magazine is a quarterly woman empowered magazine that you can find digitally as well as paper. They have stories in there that will empower you, inspire you to go after your what's next. So it's actually a spinoff from She Shift. She Shift is here. We're here to support you to go after your what's next. How do we do it? I bring on guests around the world that are rocking their what's next so you can be inspired, empowered, and know that you can do it too. So without further ado, today's amazing guest, yes, you've seen it. Her name is Kate, and she is the CEO of Dip Haircare. Let's bring her to the stage.
Hi.
Hi, Kate. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm great, thank you. So first, before we go, where are you located at?
I'm calling in from Sparta, New Jersey.
Ooh, so you're close to the Jersey Shore.
No, I'm close. I'm like halfway between the Poconos in Pennsylvania and New York City. So if you go an hour one direction, you're in the mountains, and if you go an hour the other direction, you're in Times Square.
Wow. Okay, that sounds so you have a variety. You have a variety around you. Oh, that's so cool. I think it's cool. So, Kate, real quick, give everybody a really short synopsis of who Kate is.
Sure. My name is Kate. I am a little bit hair obsessed. I own Dip Sustainable Hair Care, which is serious hair care for not so serious people that just happens to be plastic free. And I've been in the beauty industry for 20 years before I started Dip, and Dip is kind of my next phase of what I wanted my life to be and what I wanted to look like and the kind of company I wanted to see in the world.
I love that. So, Kate, before you got into Dip, did you work in the corporate industry?
Yeah, I've worked behind the scenes in beauty in the corporate side, and then also I worked for a big toy company at one point. And that was a bigger company that I worked for, like lots of tiers of people on the work chart. So I've experienced working for tiny companies and giant companies.
So what led you let's get into it. So what led you, I think it's so interesting. Look, I tell everybody, so I'm gonna fess up now. I'm always talking about all you amazing guests coming on. I tell my mom about what you guys do. So she always asking me like, well, who's your guest? And so I always tell her what you guys do. And she's like, oh, that's cool. So I'm always asking her to come on so she can ask, but she won't. But I always talk about all of you. It's like she knows who you guys are. It's so funny. But Kate, how did you get into I think the hair industry is so big. I think I couldn't even imagine where to start at. But again, that is not my my niche. But how did you even get into it?
So when it came to Dip specifically, I've always loved hair ever since I was a kid, and then through my teenage years, I've had every kind of hair. I've had basically I've had bleach blonde hair, I've had purple hair. There was a time when I was rocking a beehive. There was a time when I had micro braids and extensions. I mean, I've literally done it all, it feels like, except a pixie cut. I haven't gotten your haircut yet, which I feel like is
Come on.
I have a round face, so I don't think it'll suit me. Your face is like beautiful and slender.
Thank you.
Come on. But I have always thought that you could wear the same outfit every day, but have beautiful hair and you can feel on top of the world. And so when it came to, deciding what piece of the world I wanted to carve for myself when I started a company, I was very frustrated with plastic-free hair care. I just thought that they spent so much time making it plastic free that they forgot to make it good. And I tried so many brands before. I was like, you know what? I know how to do this. I'm going to do it myself. So I set out to make the best plastic-free hair care I could possibly make that would solve problems for people and keep them in that plastic-free scene instead of having them buy something, use it for a couple washes, and then just throw it in the trash.
So how did that? Okay, that's all just mind blowing to me. And it is mind blowing to me. Especially you deal with all types of hair. I want everyone to understand it's just not one particular hair. She deals with them all. So how do you even know how to create your formula to each hairstyle? I mean, each texture of hair that we
Mhm.
have. How do you even know what formulas to use and things like that?
I didn't when I started. I
Wow.
knew that I wanted to solve the problem of all hair types being able to use one set of bars. Because I would think about my best friend has type 4 hair. My
Mhm.
hair is like type 1B. It's not as exciting, you know. It's straight white girl hair. But my friend, she has she's mixed, and so she has a bunch of different curl patterns. And
Mhm.
there are many times when we were traveling and we couldn't share the same hair care, and
Mm.
we I wanted this idea that hair care, we kind of just abandon the all hair types dialogue
Yes.
and not make someone with type 4 hair feel like an other. I wanted them to feel included in the conversation, because it's not like sustainability is only for these hair types but not for this
Right.
hair type. And so I found the best chemist I could get my hands on, who not only had been developing professional hair care for 40 years. I also knew that he had Black grandchildren, so
Mhm.
I wanted to make sure that he was as emotionally motivated to make it great for all hair types as I was. Because sometimes you get a chemist and they already know how to formulate the recipe and they kind of phone it in. But he and I put our heads together and we were like, created an obsession. And we went through 40 different iterations before we got it right. And I sent it out to all my friends of friends. I put it through the ringer. And luckily, because I'm from New Jersey, everyone was very super honest with
Yeah.
those first iterations until we got it and it was right. So I didn't know that in the beginning. I didn't know how to tackle that, but I was confident, like a little bit crazy, that it could be done.
I'm glad though. I'm glad that you are and wanting to include all of us because you're right. How many times do you see in the market all for all hair types, and that's not the case.
Yeah,
It would not work on me. I
really.
trust me, it would not work on me. So kudos to you for even first of all, for recognizing that all hairs are to be treated separately as their own, and they stand on their own.
Yeah,
That way everyone knows that the what they're getting is for their hair. And I
yeah.
like that because again, so many times, and I was like your friend going to places and you couldn't find things that would products that
Mhm.
would work for our hair,
Yeah,
and then you're like, okay, well, what do we do? So
right.
I like that that you did hone in onto that. But before you even got to that really that perfect chemist, you guys perfect relationship. Did you have any other relationships prior to that that didn't work? And if so, how did you even handle that part?
Yeah, so this is dip is my second rodeo. The first rodeo, I, partnered up with someone. It was the wrong person to partner with for me. They're not the wrong person for Earth, but they're the wrong person for me.
Right.
And when you go into business with someone, it is like a marriage, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of paperwork involved, and there's a lot of, and it just didn't work out. And it was very heartbreaking. I don't know how to say it any other way. When you build a company, you're so excited in the beginning. And then when you suddenly really, and I imagine it's the same as like you getting married to someone, and then you're just like, oh, I don't think we're a good match. And you
Right.
have to untangle everything, finances, all these things to kind of separate. And that was a very painful experience. And it was a very, it made me much sharper when I started my second business. I kind of knew exactly how I wanted to build it,
Mhm.
how I did not want to build it, which is just as important as knowing how you do. It's knowing how you don't. And I was just sharper. It was like easier to do it the second time around.
I can imagine, like you said, it's a your learning experience. I'm all about learning, so
Yeah.
I can get better as I go along. So I like that. Well, let
Yeah.
me ask you this: many women over 45 are rethinking what success looks like.
Mhm.
Kudos, I understand. In their next chapter, what what's next look like for you when you started your the dip hair, and
Mhm.
how did you navigate through that transition?
So I did not navigate gracefully at all. Like I was very scared to do it again. I thought I had burned through everyone. When you have a first rodeo,
Mhm.
everyone champions you for the first rodeo. And then you have another rodeo. And for some reason, even though you're more confident and stealthy at building it, you're less confident when you want to put it out because you're kind of like, oh, did I already, like, are there any fumes left for people to care about what I'm working on? They already supported me once. Are they going to support me again? And I think that was probably the most difficult part was like the humble pie you have to eat to let your own network. So much easier to let strangers know your company exists, but your own network, like you have to let them know that you're doing it again. And like, hope you guys love the new and improved the version 2.0. But that was really, really, I think the most taxing thing for me on the soul. That was tricky.
So how did you go? Since you had gone through, did it the second time, and you're right, introducing it to, let's say, your family and friends, how did it go? Was there any resistance? Did everybody, or was everybody, okay, we got you, we know what you're doing? And if you face the resistance, how did you overcome it with them?
So, not to my face, I didn't get any resistance.
Okay.
It was even more warm and well received than the first time around. But my demons, basically this shame and this fear, held me back from
Mhm.
launching like in a big way, And so I was so surprised and so relieved and so I don't know how to, it's just it was like a warm hug of your network like
Yes,
coming to support you again. There's really no other way to describe it.
I
And
love.
I know you asked about success, like after 40, like I'm 42, so I'll crystal ball myself to 45. Success is free time. Success is free time with your family. And I don't think anything is more important than that. Whoever your family is, whether you've created one or you have, the one you were born into, it's the most important thing for life.
I agree. I say now that I'm over 50, families, time and family is
Yeah.
important. And so that is my motivation and my motivator to keep moving and building on what I am building. So I agree with you there.
Mhm.
Hair is so tied to confidence and reinvention.
Yeah.
How do you see beauty rituals like hair care playing a role in women's sense of self at their as they age?
Oh man. Well, we could talk about all
Yeah.
different all different things about hair and women and milestones. So I know that when I finished my first when I closed the book on my first company, I felt like the last company was in my hair. And so I just chopped it off all into a bob cut and made it black. I was in my dark era.
Uh-huh.
But I know that there's when you see someone going through a divorce, like a lot of times you see a total transformation
Yeah.
women. And I think that that is like so cool. It's like becoming a butterfly. Like it's a
Mhm.
whole new, you're flying to a whole new chapter of your life. And I think that it's so beautiful how expressive hair can be. And even as simple as throwing on a wig and going to a party with your friends, like there's just it's I don't know, it brings me so much joy. And also it brings so right now we're going in like a time where as women get older, between COVID, a lot of people are on GLP-1s, like people are playing with intermittent fasting and hormones are changing and hair loss has become like a big issue as you get older.
Yeah.
And that is also something that is like tied, it's very emotional for women when they go through moments of hair loss. And yeah, I made sure as best as I could that none of the ingredients in our bars contributed to that either.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I agree. I can see the error. I think now that though I really didn't pay too much attention until honest, I'm going to be very honest and be very candid until you became my guest. And I'm like, you're right. We have gone through, we did see the women with the pixie hair. I mean the pixie hair. Now they're doing this shorter, but now the women that are elder that are aging gracefully, they're doing the gray.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
I've seen so many beautiful gray shapes. I'm like, ooh, maybe I want to do that. And I
I
mean,
love
I've
it.
even seen a woman that gone and got her hair colored two different colors of gray. And man, I'm like, girl, you make me want to do it myself. But I do agree with you. I think hair, and it does play though a lot of our self confidence though. With the especially as you said as we age we do our hormones change, our body change, which then causes the hair loss. Some of us do face the hair loss,
Mhm.
so kudos to you for addressing that. I know that's one thing I'm always asking my hairdresser when I go in. I'm like, what are we doing? I mean, if we're going to go short, let me know so I can prepare for it mentally.
Yeah.
um how we do it, but I agree.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I when I was closing my first company, I was so devastated and stressed that my hair was like falling out in clumps. And so when
Mhm.
I developed dip, I made sure that the bars only need speed, like the shampoo bar only needs speed, not
Yes.
pressure on the scalp or on your hair to activate the lather. And that
Yeah,
was like a big part of it. And it ended up being like one of the things that makes the bars most special because it's very unique to our bars.
exactly. Oh, you know what? Real quick, I seen that you had something for swimming.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait when I seen that. I said, it's part of I can't wait. I'm always talking about I can't go swimming because I can't get my hair wet. So I'm
Everyone's yeah, that's like a grown woman thing. We all feel that way because you wanna look
yeah,
good when you really getting your hair wet really interrupts
it
your
does.
whole getting ready process.
It
But
does.
with the dip bar, with all hair types, you just dip the bar in water, run it down your hair, and you can this is after you're done swimming, like
Right.
very wet bar, very wet hair, apply and air dry. That's it.
I can't wait. When I
Yeah,
seen that, I'm like, okay, now I can go back to doing some water aerobics. She has
totally.
I can't wait. So I can't wait to tell you how I like it. But I was I needed to let you know I did see that as part of my gift that's coming to me. So I
Yeah,
was really excited about that. Let me
awesome.
ask you. Let me ask you this: starting a brand later requires courage. What fears or doubts did you have to eliminate to move forward, especially going the second time around?
The whole thing was like, did I already miss the big blip of the plastic free movement? Like, did I miss it? Was I better off the first time around? That was something that it tugged on my soul so much. Like, I didn't know whether it was going to work. I
Mm,
was so scared. Like, cause it's not like starting a brand is not a cheap endeavor. Even though I
right.
can do the marketing myself and my husband can do the design, like we were just working through the night when we were building it while our kids slept. And it was I mean, really taxing. And then you're just kind of like, did we miss the blip? Is it
Mm,
gone? But we try to a lot of our marketing has nothing to do with being plastic free. It's the fact that it's so good and it saves you money and it's good for you. So
right.
those things are like evergreen. People care about those things forever. Now, as the economy is crunching down and or kind of
Mhm.
tracting a little bit, the conditioner bar will replace like 12 tubes of very expensive conditioner. So whether the plastic is an issue or not for you, it's the money saving. Like the conditioner bar for me saves me over $500 a year in
Wow.
conditioner because I like to glob it into my hand and put it all over the
Right,
place when it's
right.
liquid. But when it's a bar, it's almost impossible to overuse. Like you can use it every day. It lasts most people about a year.
Really? Oh, I can't
Yeah.
wait.
You don't
Ooh,
have to have it for 1 year, and then you don't have to think about it. So if you get it for Christmas, you don't have to
right.
think about it until next Christmas. It's crazy.
Oh, that is awesome. That is so awesome. I'm so glad you thought of that because listen, we spend a lot of money on hair products and something to help it become an economically for
Mhm.
us, like you said, now that we're getting ready to, we are facing the financial tightness, but we're getting ready to, we may face it again because the holidays are coming. So
Totally.
with something, knowing that, okay, I have this and it can last me for next year, that takes a lot of stress off of my shoulders. And
Yeah,
now I can relax myself a little bit more and focus on someplace else. So I do
totally.
like that too.
Yeah, I think of everything because I studied economics and math, so I think of everything in terms of opportunity cost.
Nice.
So it's
Oh,
like this conditioner bar that I'm spending $32 on opens up $500 somewhere else. Like,
right.
I can go and do something else that's like a couple massages, that's like a couple other things that I don't have to budget for.
I think that was brilliant. And I'm going to say this as we're online. Okay, you need to go to do this at Shark Tank and let me know so I could, because I feel that, again, so many women, we spend so much money on beauty products,
Yeah,
and we're looking for that product that does what we need it to do, not to
mhm,
spend so much money, but then it's also economic. It's
totally.
it's far from far few. So to have this right here in our hand, right here in our hands, and right here in our backyard is just kudos.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
As a woman CEO, what kind of example do you want to set for other women stepping into leadership, especially those after 45?
Yeah, so I have a team now of 8 people. It's crazy. And it's a very nice small size business, and I'm the 100% owner. I would tell women that it's really not impossible to do. You know, there are
Mm-hmm.
some really, like, I'll consider myself middle of the line CEOs. There's some really dumb CEOs out there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so if they can do it, you can do it. That's how I think
Absolutely.
about everything. If someone else can do this thing, I can probably do it. We're not talking about Olympic athlete stuff here. There's like hundreds of thousands of CEOs, know? And if someone else can do it, you could probably do it, and you could probably do it better. So, both my mom and my stepmother both would, if I said I wanted to see something out there in the world, they would both have the same saying, and they'd say, "Who better than you?" So
Absolutely.
if you have an idea, or if you have something that you're like really like, it's an unscratchable itch, is how I've heard it described.
Mhm.
It's like, who better than you? Like, go and do it.
I agree with you. Well, we have say we do have that. Well, we do have women around the world that listens to us, and they're like, "Okay, she's right. She's so right." What would be that one piece of advice that you would give to them so they can start implementing it now? What would be that one piece of advice?
My biggest piece of advice is don't take a partner. Don't share your don't share your passion, because passion's like non-transferable. You can be the chief of your thing,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and you can hire other people. You don't need to share, you can hire. Those are two different approaches. A lot of women try and do this, like, and I'm guilty of it, this kumbaya two
Hmm.
chiefs. It doesn't work.
I
You need to have
agree.
one chief, and it should be you if you have the idea and if you have the thing that you're passionate about. Say you bring on, people often think that they bring in a partner because of they're not confident in a different area of the business. You don't need a partner for that. You need to hire someone for that. It's very different ways of starting. And eventually, if someone's so great, you can move them up into partner. But it's very, very hard to slide someone down. So that's my
Mm.
advice, is to just don't start without the confidence. Like, you can bank on yourself and do it yourself.
So when you say don't bank on yourself, okay, women, us women do some of us lack that confidence.
Yeah.
What would you say to them? Well, how do
Fake
I
it.
even start?
Fake it. I don't have the confidence. No one has the confidence. You just have to fake it and push through it. The best things in life are like pretty scary. I will tell you, my teeth were chattering before we launched. I thought no one was going to buy this.
Mhm.
And within 18 months, we were a 7-figure company. So it, and that I was running it completely by myself at that point. And now I have my own factory. I have my own team. My husband is now my employee. I have,
Mm.
it's not easy. It's not easy, but it stems with like a little bit of fake arrogance, where you're like, I can do this, and I think I can do it better than someone else. And you have to just keep telling yourself that. And I think the way we talk to ourselves is actually pretty important, It's a little bit woo woo, but I do think it's important
No,
to
it's
always
true.
talk
It's
to
true.
yourself
I'm
kindly.
I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
we do have to talk to ourselves. And you're right. I
Mhm.
do have to, and you do have to talk to yourself in a cocky way. Like, now
Yeah.
listen, you do. Because if you
Yeah.
don't, someone else even said, if you don't, who will?
It's true. It's true. And it's tough and it feels weird. You have to like
I,
you
I'm with you.
yeah, it's you know what it always reminds me of? We're all around the same age. Remember that movie American Beauty and the
Yes,
wife is like, I will sell this house today before she like goes out. I kind of feel like that sometimes where I'm
I
like,
agree.
I'm like, okay, I am going to make sure that there's food on the table for all my employees. Like I tell myself, like my goal is to like make sure that I can use my company to do bigger things. And so, even by the end of this year, we will have donated $50,000 to Surfrider. And
Wow.
Surfrider is an organization that helps protect the ocean, but more importantly, they send people to Congress to fight laws about plastic. And like,
Oh,
so I can't do it myself, but I've
right.
donated to a cause that really means something to me where I can, make a bigger splash if we're going to keep this ocean thing going.
I love it. I love it. I love the fake it. Fake. I know that's
Yeah.
right. Fake it. Look, I already wrote in my paper, fake it. So
I mean, because this is like, I'm not an important person within the walls of my house. You know what I am? I'm like a mother and I have kids, but every person I know that owns a company is still kind of like a little bit silly, a little bit weird,
yes,
a little bit lost, and a lot of it just trying to figure out how to make things work.
I
And
agree.
so if you think of CEO in that way, then you got to humanize CEO so you can be part of the club.
Right. Absolutely. All I'm saying is fake it. It will be on top of my list. So thank you very much for that. Ooh. So before we go into the rapid fire round, which I have 5 questions, it's really fun. How can people, where people can find Dip and where can they connect?
Sure. So you can find Dip on dipalready.com. And I challenge you with a second piece of that. So if you go to dipalready.com, go to our store locator and see if there is a retailer near you that carries it, because then you don't have to listen to me saying it's good. Then you can look someone in the eye and they'll tell you that it's good enough for you to try. I think it's really important to bring back human to human commerce. So if there is a place, and Pamela, you're right, by one of my favorite stores, it's called Rewash Refillery in Columbus. That's a great place to start. But if you want to find us on Instagram and see what other people have to say, it's at Dip Already, and that's the same handle on TikTok. Although I spend more of the branding moments on Instagram.
Instagram. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun. I want to first of all thank you because this was so much fun, and now you got me wanting. I can't wait for my products to come so I can do my thing.
Awesome.
But so real quick, I always at this point I'm always doing a more lighter, lighter round with you guys. I know everyone's like, really, Pam, but yeah. And so this is fun, and so I just asked 5 questions. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, first one: are coffee or tea to start your day off?
Coffee.
Any particular kind?
Yeah, right now I'm as basic as it gets. It's coffee I bought in Sri Lanka, and then it's this pumpkin spice almond creamer. It's the season. I
Yes,
can't get into a crispy morning without that pumpkin taste.
I
It's
know that's
embarrassing.
right. What's the one beauty product you can't live without?
Honestly, if it's not my Dip conditioner bar, it's any tubing mascara. Like the Dip conditioner bar number one, but tubing mascara, because I'm in and out of the water, I need
Yes,
it to not smear all over my face.
love it. Best advice you've ever received from another woman?
Ooh, that is, don't sweat the small stuff, and everything is small stuff.
Ooh, I like that. A book, podcast, or show currently inspiring you?
Oh, I've been watching this show called Upload. Do you know this show?
No.
I think it's on Amazon, but it's about what would happen if your brain could be digitized and uploaded to the cloud before you die, so
Uh-huh.
you can live forever for your family members in this digital world.
Oh, wow. I'm
Really
gonna have to
cool.
check that. I'm gonna have to check that out. Now that's
It's
kind of
so good. I wish I could watch it again for the first time.
yes.
I'm in mid season 2, but the season 1 is like it's like so fun.
Real oh, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
I'm gonna check it out. Fill in the blank. After 45, life gets
I hope richer. I hope every year it becomes more and more rich.
I love it.
And I mean metaphorically, not
Oh, I
bank
know what you
account
mean. Yeah, I do know what you mean by that.
wise.
So those are all my questions, but I have two more questions for
Sure.
you. So my first question for you is, what is your what's next, or what's Dip's what's next?
Oh, I have some plans. One of the one of the plans that I really want my employees and I, we have this idea. We want to call it Operation Big Check. And we want to bring back like the big check that you like Publishers Clearinghouse
Yeah.
that we like deliver to, because we donate a lot. Like sometimes if we're having a great sales day, we'll find like a random GoFundMe and we'll contribute. Or it will find like one of our customers has something going on and we'll contribute to that too. So it's just we want to bring it, we want to make a show of it. I've been doing it quietly for 5 years and my employees are like, why don't you make it a show? And so
Mm.
maybe I'll finally take credit for the things we donate for. But that's the next thing.
Ooh, I like that. I can't. We're going to stay connected. I can't wait to see that piece of it. And then, lastly, I'm always asking all you amazing guests, what's the last piece of word that you would like to leave our guests with?
I think I'm gonna reiterate you to bank on yourself. Like just whoever's listening to this, there's something going on. You're listening to this podcast for a reason. It's found you for a reason. And you need to take whatever you can from it, like, harvest what was meaningful to you and move forward. Take those few steps forward. That's what I want someone to hear.
Okay, this was fun. I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, your schedule to just meet with me. As again, this was fun. We got to sit down and we got to talk about how women can go after their what's next. I'm going to put you in the green room. Don't leave me, and I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
Oh my goodness, you guys. Did you get your look? I have my notes. I have my nuggets. Kate was dropping some all left and right. She talked about, how to face fear, and we all face it, but it's how we go out. Do we allow it to put us in the box, or do we move forward? Carrot. And then Kate also said, fake it. We don't know everything, y'all, and it's okay to fake it. Everyone's like, first people were like, it's not good to fake it till you make it. Trust me, it is. It will help boost your confidence within, allow you to get you to your what's next. So I hope today was another powerful conversation that will inspire you to go after your what's next. Maybe the beauty. I love the hair. Now that I got to talk to Kate more, now she's going to have me looking at the hair industry a little bit more and not taking my hair for granted and loving on my hair. So I hope nothing else that you have taken this and taken it to where you can now implement it into your day-to-day life and know that you can be inspired and empowered for your what's next. Now, remember, you guys, I always say, and I will continuously say it, you only have one life to live. I need you to live your life for you and live it to the fullest. And know that fear is going to come in. It's just all about how you handle it and how you tackle it. So, everyone, I hope tonight has helped you, inspired you, empower you. If so, drop me a line. You can go ahead and give me a feedback. If you find the show is inspiring, empowering, make a piece of it. Share with a friend. I'm always saying sharing is caring. Until next week, when I have another amazing guest, my name is Pam Stone. Thank you for joining us here at She Shift.